Hi, this is Chuck Oliver. Welcome to this week's Hidden Wealth Review. Well, it's tax time and people are tax focused. And as I've shared, it's not about the focus of filing your tax return. It's the focus of the return of your tax filing of the tax that you don't owe. And I want to teach you an acronym I'm writing about in my new book, which is STOP. Stop the unnecessary tax. How do we do that? STOP is an acronym that stands for saving. Now think about it, saving tax, optimization, planning. It's having a better plan for the IRS than the IRS has for us. And instead of somebody telling you what you owe, it's somebody telling you how much less you are required to pay, legally, ethically, and morally. And folks, this is a big deal because in the last 30 years, tax rates haven't been this low and the tax sale is not going to last forever. And we're typically finding that boomer couples, those getting to retirement, those even already in retirement, are freeing up an extra $1,000, $2,000, or $3,000 per month of just redirecting unnecessary tax. Where does that tax come from? Well, it's very simple. It's a compounding effect, negative compounding effect of unnecessary tax. How does that start? Well, number one, people are getting up to 85% of their Social Security tax because of the money that they're withdrawing from their IRAs or 401ks, money that's not been taxed. And then because they're having to take out a larger share to know that X amount is going to go to Uncle Sam to get their net needed share, it's forcing them into a higher marginal tax bracket. That in return is taxing up to 50 or 85% of their Social Security. Add to the fact, for those of you listening that have a required minimum distribution, and many of you I've spoken to did not realize you could reduce it drastically or even possibly eliminate it. That's forcing people to pay higher Medicare Part B and D premiums, trigger 85% of their Social Security to get taxed, and indirectly shoving them into a much higher than necessary marginal tax bracket. All that translates into is the government taking more from you when you could be putting more back to yourself. I'm going to teach this Tuesday one strategy, and I think the timing is ideal. Taxes are heading up, folks. It's clear. And one political party is tripping over themselves to see who can be the next tax that they can bring forward, whether it's wealth tax, transaction tax, Green New Deal tax, or whatever tax it may be. You've even got states that are imposing 10% or 9.9% out in the state of Washington, capital gain tax on a state level. Folks, it's coming. So here's the good news. You can protect yourself in that with the brackets being extended and the tax rates being lowered and the standard deductions being more than doubled. Now is the time. One strategy will teach you how your money can grow without any tax. You can use it without tax and you can transfer it without tax and not transfer an inherited required distribution to your children. All with not taxing your Social Security and all without not participating when the market eventually corrects so that you only have that savings participate to the upside in that vehicle, not to the downside. But that's just one of many. The sum is greater than all the moving parts, but it requires seeing all the parts. And if we don't get the taxes right, all the other things will be inferior. Getting the taxes right, it becomes optimized and superior. Go to retirementprotected.com. That's retirementprotected.com. It's an educational complimentary webinar. I'll teach this Tuesday, but you've got to hurry. Even though complimentary, the space fills up quickly, especially with people focused on saving tax, as well as 10,000 people retiring a day. Many people are starting to figure out now is the time to take advantage of the sale before the sale is over. But now's the time to do it before the market corrects, before obviously taxes are obviously going to hit people by pushing them into higher marginal brackets because they wait too long. Now is the time. Retirementprotected.com, retirementprotected.com, and stop the unnecessary tax. Saving tax optimization planning. Here's to your hidden wealth.